Hello guys, just got up here to the shop. Had to get a new tube put in this truck tire. We've had all kinds of problems since the last time I've been on a videoed anything. First load of weed I took to town. On my way to town I lost brakes on this truck. Kind of a scary ride on into town. Is actually the rear line blew out to this drum. It rusted. I fixed it. Well, actually I left it sit down there at my shop in that town. I got a mechanic shop there. And next day came back with the line and front tire was flat. Well, apparently the tube blew out in the front tire. So in the process of airing it up, I found out this brake caliper up here was leaking too. So I went to Napa, got a kit, and we got to put it in. I done homed it down in my shop. Some new seals and stuff to go in it. But that wasn't the first thing. Of course, I'm also got one Coulter to the no-till drill. Bearings went out on it. Getting ready to put beans in behind this weed, but I've got a bearing here from John Deere for the combine. I finished up that 12-acre field, started in the next field. It was an 18-acre field. Made a couple rounds and something started vibrating really bad. I got off, looked around, I couldn't see anything wrong. Got back in it, went just a little bit more, then it started hammering and chattering, so I was like, yeah, something was going on. Well, anyway, the bearings didn't go out, but up here, this deal up here, they got these, but it ripped this hole in it for this little deal that goes underneath the beaters. That won't be that hard to fix, but all these bolts come out of this thing, which they're still loose because I got that bearing for the other side. But what it is this deal here. So the concave turn upper throws it up against that thing there. I don't know what the exact term of that is. I call it the beater. It's got 4 blades on it. But both sides, I lost all the bolts out of it for some reason. And it don't seem bent or anything, but in order to get new bolts to go back in it, I had to torch the bearings off to get my hand in here to get the bolt to go through the hole again, because they're like threaded from the inside out. Well, the drum in there is no space. So that's the story on that. So I've been down. Of course, you order parts and they're like, yeah, we'll be in this day, and you get there, well, they never shipped them, and then so it's been a full week. Well, that 12-acre field, since it was pretty weedy and everything, I went ahead and brush hogged it, and then I started brush hogging some trees and stuff. So I've got a busted platform here I got to re-weld back up. This thing is super thin on this side, that's why it just keeps breaking out. It all needs to be cut off of there and something put back on it. And this down here is a bean field. It's been kind of my test plot of different things. I've got 4 different maturity beans out here actually, but this first section here are 4.0s. And it's also the first couple passes I did, and I had some plugged tubes and stuff from when I was trying to mud in cover crops last fall. So that's why we got like 2 skipped rows, skip row. But that's why you do it here instead of out in your good field. But these beans, so this is a 4.0, and this is just one plant right here. Look at all the branching and all the flowers on it. I mean, they're just loaded. I'm gonna try a product from Ag Explorer. I've got good things and bad things I've heard about it. Some people say it didn't see a yield difference at all. Some say yes it does, but anyway, I'm gonna try to make every one of these flowers turn into a pod. Since my populations are fairly low too, they're only about 80,000 pop about everywhere, except for the last 60 acres I planted. I bumped it up to about 140 population where it should have been. But I have been seeing trials too where people have been going lower populations to give more room for them to branch out and do exactly what them beans are doing. So I mean, if you can save a lot of costs on seed by doing less plants, if you can get them to come up, they'll put out more pods. To make the difference between that and a bunch of them, then I think it's worth it. Definitely find out this year. But anyway, I've got to get back at it. It looked like it rained today up here on the radar, but apparently it didn't. I had to work over an hour and a half away today. We got rained out down there, but back to the farm life. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.